Hi team, and welcome to my everyday makeup tutorial. This video has been so highly requested and I've finally gotten around to filming it. Full disclaimer, I am very self-taught when it comes to makeup, so a lot of my techniques might not be correct, so please bear with me. So here I am, fresh out of the shower, completely naked faced. I always cleanse or exfoliate my face in the shower. As you can see, I struggle with a bit of stress-induced acne around my chin, so this tutorial also helps with covering that up. Okay, so first step is toner. I only recently discovered toner because my best friend Ellen encouraged me to up my skincare routine. I don't really have a method for this. I just put a few drops in my hand and I whack it on my face. Apparently you're meant to use a cotton wipe, but this is straight to the point. It's fast and my hands are clean, so sue me. Okay, this product we're actually skipping today, but this is a facial deodorant which I use when it gets super hot in Australia, and I use it instead of moisturizer, but it's not that hot, so we're not using it today. But we are using this moisturizer. I've recently discovered this brand from Priceline. It's very similar to Aesop, but it's affordable. Fairly straightforward here. I just, rub my moisturizer in. Next product I'm using is Sun Bum Lip Balm in Coconut. It's 15 SPF and it tastes like sugar. The main reason why I put on lip balm before my makeup is it helps to keep the foundation from sticking to my lips. Okay, primer time. I use the NYX Photo Loving Primer in the green tint so that it combats the redness of my blemishes and skin. It is super affordable, which I love. And I focus on rubbing it in my T-zone, so my chin, nose, and forehead, especially my nose because makeup always falls off my nose. Next up is foundation, and I swear by Kat Von D's Lock It foundation. I use two colors, Light 44 Cool and Light 41 Natural. If I'm feeling tanned, I'll use the 44 only, and then if I'm deciding to do a pale or Harley Quinn, I use just the 41. But today we're going to use both. I like to use one pump of each color, and I know that the 44 is more true to my skin tone, but I really enjoy looking a bit paler with my makeup, and then I kind of use bronzer and fix it all up. So it's going to look really pale when it goes on my face, and guess what? You're right, it does. It looks really, really pale and not my color, but trust me, it looks better throughout the tutorial. I mix the foundations on the back of my hand because I'm too lazy to use a palette, and then I wipe the foundation all over my face with my fingers as evenly as I can before I get my blender. Blender time. So normally I go to the sink to wet my blender, but I was feeling lazy and spilt my water bottle all over myself, so don't do that. I use the Real Techniques Beauty Blender, which is a bit pricey for a sponge, but the shape of it is just phenomenal and I can't walk away, so I always get it on sale. If it's a really hot day, I tend not to wet my blender because it is very difficult to combat the humidity and the sweat if I've got any, and I just blend it into my face. With any leftover foundation I may have on my hand, I go back and I tackle some problem spots, which is often my nose and my chin with all my blemishes, and then sometimes wherever is a bit uneven, like for instance my forehead here, and then I go ahead and I blend it in to my neck with the leftover product, genius, and just blend again. Concealer time. I use Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in the lightest shade that's not white, which is Neutral 1. Here's me trying to struggle to focus on it. And I find that this product really works with the foundations. I don't like to mix the brands of my foundation and concealer. It's extremely white, but when I blend it up over my eyes and it counteracts as a eyeshadow primer. So I just go ahead and blend it in an upwards motion after covering the circles under my eyes. powder time. So I religiously use compact powders because I like that you can carry it around with you and retouch. This is MAC Studio Fix in their lightest shade, NC10, and I use my brush by Nude by Nature, and I always start with my nose and I pat down the powder, reapply, then I tackle my chin, reapply, and then I just keep patting down product everywhere except for the lids of my eyes. Okay, this is my weird interpretation of the term baking, where I use the sponge the powder comes with and I put it on underneath my eyes, underneath my lower brow, and then I also smush up the sponge and do the corners of my nose and any blemish spots that need extra attention. Okay, so this is my go-to foundation base for almost all of my looks. If I need to run out the door and I'm in a rush, I often just use a concealer from Maybelline and use the MAC powder, but this is my full coverage. Brows. So I just go through and tame them with a spoolie. I get my brows threaded and that is so helpful with makeup application, so highly recommend getting threaded. This is the Models Prefer Brow Kit in shade light to medium. I've been using this for years and it costs like $10, so very, very affordable. I only use the putty on the left-hand side and I use a winged brush, which is pretty gross at the moment actually, and I just go in and fill in my brows. When I do this, I use product very sparingly towards my nose part of my eyebrows because I don't want it to look like I just have two caterpillars painted on my face. I like them to kind of get darker towards the ends and that helps it look natural. Okay, we don't stop there. I have the eyebrow pencil from Essence in shade 02 Brown. I have only recently started darkening my eyebrows even more past this point, so I like to focus on the arch and the end of my eyebrow. And what I really, really love about this product is that first of all, it's cheap, but it doesn't melt in the heat. I live in a house that doesn't have air conditioning, so when it gets really hot, I've had some eyebrow pencils that actually melt, and then when I go to put it on my face, it's just like impossible to work with. So I really, really enjoy this product. After I've kind of put it on, I use the reverse side and I brush it through. It's like I'm blending the product through my eyebrows. Next up is eyeshadow. So here I have a highlighter palette by Samantha Jade for Models Prefer. Yes, I didn't stutter, it's a highlighter palette. I religiously use the top left white highlighter to apply into the inner corners of my eyes, and I find that really opens the eyes up. So I blend in any stray foundation in the corners of my eyes, and then I apply with my finger and blend it out so it looks a bit natural. So as I said, it really opens up the eyes and the white just kind of makes everything pop. Okay, eyeshadow palette of the century. The Nudes by Maybelline is not only affordable, but it has so many different shades. Not only do they have a range of shiny, but they have a range of mattes, and I use this gold one religiously. I apply it on my finger and I pat the product down. I don't use a brush for this one because I find that it helps keep the product really pigmented and I have enough control with my finger as it is. I apply the gold over the lid of my eye and then using the same finger, I blend that in with the white. Time for the crease. So I use this amazing brush from Revlon and I have two shades that I often use, the top caramel one and the brown underneath. These are very shiny and I like them. Today I'm using the top one because I'm doing a more daytime look. If I was going to do a look that's transitionary from daytime to nighttime, I'll opt for the darker one, but I'm off to work, so I'm going to keep it low key. I don't really have any method for my madness here. I put some product on the corner of my crease And then with any of the leftover product, I put it underneath my waterline to open up my eyes. And then I really try my best to gradually blend out the eyeshadow. Once I've tried my best attempt to blend out the crease with the other brush, I get this amazing fluffy brush from Nude by Nature. It's been in my makeup kit for years. And then I just gradually soften it a bit more and try and blend it into the outskirts of my eye. Okay, this step is not compulsory. Here I have Clear Eyes eye drops that eliminates any redness in the eyes. Sometimes I need this, oh my gosh, that's horrendous. Anyway, sometimes I need this if I'm really tired or I've accidentally stabbed myself with eyeshadow, and I've had makeup artists use it on me for shoots. Okay, eyeliner time. I have been using this eyeliner religiously. It is Maybelline Hyper Wing in Blackest Black. And here I am trying to show you the shape of the brush, but it has a flat edge, which is super great for precision. And I don't really have any method for my madness, so I'll try and walk you through it. I always start with the upper lid of my eye, trying to create that line. And then I go to the corner and I draw one straight-ish line that is kind of coinciding with my waterline. I kind of stuffed it up there, and then I just join everything up. I'm not really sure what kind of tips I have to give you. I struggled with eyeliner in this tutorial because my eyeliner was kind of running out and I need a fresh one. So if I can give you any advice, it would be use fresh eyeliner. I also find working in really, really tiny lines helpful. So I don't try and do it all in one shot. I just do tiny little strokes. And I always, for some weird reason, rest my opposite hand on my face for stability. That really helps with balance. Okay, here's my pretty rickety job at eyeliner, but I try not to worry about the straightness too much because if I'm wearing fake lashes, that often helps cover it up, and then I just wait for mascara. So what you gonna do? If you keep trying to fix it, it'll just get worse, so just roll with it. And then, because I've been leaning on my face, I grab my foundation brush and I try and blend my foundation back if I have left any imprints or marks. Lashes. So I curl my lashes, and this is just an everyday makeup look, so I'm not doing any fake lashes, but when I do, I like to do one coat of mascara before I apply, but this is just my normal regular lashes. The mascara I've been using for literally like 10 years is called Illegal Length by Maybelline, and I love it because the wand is not super bulky or brushy. It is like this plastic, very spokey kind of brush, if that makes sense, and it helps to really get in between each individual lash. And I apply it on the top and bottom lashes, and I do 2 coats. Bronzer. I'm not really big on contouring, but I do use this bronzer. It is Maybelline. I forgot what it's called because I've had it for ages, and it's in the lightest shade. I only ever use the bronzer shade on the left, and I use this brush by Essence, which is a flat-headed brush which helps to get the proper lines. And I only put on bronzer on half of the brush. I make this weird fishy face, and then I outline my cheekbone and blend that viciously up into my hairline. And then once I've done that, I apply a tiny bit more on my brush and I go in underneath my jaw, which helps to outline my face. Okay, blush time. I use this beautiful blush by Physicians Formula in the color Rose. It is part of their Argan Oil range and it is seriously stunning. You should have seen it before I started using it. It was just really, really pretty. But anyway, I dab the product just above my bronzer and wow, it looks like I'm dabbing ferociously, but I don't wipe this product on because I don't want to lift my foundation. And yeah, I just put a lot on and blend it in. Okay, we are back to my highlighter palette, which is the same one we used in the inner corners of my eyes. I like to vary between the middle top and the bottom right, and we are using the bottom right today. And I honestly don't have any highlighter tips. This has been a very recent discovery for me. I just kind of go just above my blush and I stack a lot on. I don't feel like I could ever over apply highlighter. Time for lips. So I am using Nivea lip balm in Blackberry Shine. It is a lip balm that kind of looks like a lip gloss and it looks appalling when I first put it on because it's quite pigmented for a lip balm, and I blend it in with my finger. I'm not using lipstick today because I'm teaching, and when I play trumpet, if I'm wearing any lipstick, it just goes everywhere. And the thing I love about this lip balm is once the gloss kind of wears off, you're left with a tinted, natural looking lip. Okay, time for a quick hairstyle. I like to use Batiste dry shampoo in cherry, which smells amazing, and a soft bristled brush. I don't really have much method to this madness. Again, I just kind of brush out my hair into a way that I like. I don't like to overbrush because I like to keep that natural wave and curl. And then when it comes to the fringe, I like to scoop my hair up because I hate brushing from the top. This kind of adds volume and doesn't interrupt the curls too much. And then because my hair was a bit greasy, I sprayed it with some dry shampoo, and that kind of also acts as a hairspray. There you have it, guys. That is my everyday makeup tutorial. I hope this video helps you out and you enjoyed it. I really love this look because whilst it is not too over the top, it does have that pin-up element, and not having lipstick really helps when I'm eating burgers and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I love you so much, and comment below if you want more tutorials. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, goodbye.